do right now
Look like a
with
crisis,
growing
shit, a
old.
pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see them all panic.
Glad
Look
to
like a
hear.
crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell
This is his song right here, Pandemic. We're gonna start it off with, and I hope you guys all enjoy his song right now. So get ready, here we go.
like bronchitis.
Take a listen, let us know what you think in
You know,
the
circle
comments.
largest use my mind. Just that Mustang, I be feeling blind. Everything is grinded to
Do
a
they
halt.
hear it the same volume
Pull
that
up
we
on my
hear
bucket,
that?
talk the boat.
Or do they hear it loud?
Everything is coming down to this. Do
They
I
hear
stay
it
or jump
louder.
into the abyss?
Okay.
Everything is coming down to this. Do I stay or jump into the abyss? Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit,
I'm
a
ready when you
pandemic.
are.
Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Another day, another waste. All these people out of place. Do they even really know that they've lost their way? Acting really rich when they really fucking broke. All these people, bro, they don't know you're a joke. Take my light, shine it back into the dark. Make my way, build a path or an arc. Rain or shine, I be making my moves. I know you woke up and just a snooze. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic. Look like a crisis, a shit, a pandemic. Smell like bronchitis, I see him all panic.
Alright, that's some fire right there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, introduce yourself, Growing Oaks. Let them know where you're from, what you do, and all that.
I'm Growing Oaks. I'm a producer, engineer, sound designer / rapper, whatever. I kind of do it all. I've been doing lo-fi lately, and that's fun. I've been doing like mostly trap, but lately I've been experimenting with boom bap. So
Alright. That's what's up. Okay, and tell me why you decided to do all this and when you started. What's the age you started at?
see, age about 21, I think.
Okay.
21, 22, somewhere in there. As far as why, honestly, I was hooked on drugs and I needed something else to do. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make music instead.
Okay.
But as I as I as I continued down the path of music, I
Oh, okay.
as I continued down the path of music, I discovered a passion, a fire within my soul that
Uh-huh.
I just couldn't deny any longer.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Alright, and so, what was the first song you ever came up with?
I think it was called Confessions.
Alright, and what was that all about?
Man, that's been so long ago. I don't even know. I honestly, my first songs from the first like 2 3 years, I just kind of strung random shit together. I just
Okay.
kind of, I just kind of was like, oh, this is a cool line. This is a cool line. I didn't really have much. I didn't have much. How you would say attentiveness to the cohesion. I just kind of wrote whatever. More lately, though, I'm able to conceptualize and write coherently.
Oh, alright. I hear you on that. And so, a question would be, who inspired you to start?
You know, it's kind of crazy, actually. I grew up, I didn't even know it, but I grew up on a ton, like basically a ton of Dr. Dre
Uh-huh.
from, like, I don't know, I want to say like 13 onward. My mother is a hardcore Christian, and she forced me in the church and didn't let me listen to anything like that. So
Oh
whenever
wow.
I went to live with my dad, he's an atheist, and he was like, "Man, I don't care what you listen to." He actually showed me a song, "Boys in the Hood" by NWA, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Okay, okay, I see you. This is tight. This is cool. I can get with this." So I looked
Okay.
into NWA more. I listened to I had their album Straight Outta Compton on my on my little iPad, or not iPad, my little iPod. I had a ton of Eminem.
Oh, okay. And so how many years you think you've been doing this for altogether? How old are you now?
Uh, I think I'm 27. Yeah, 27. I've been doing like production and engineering and all that for about 6 years.
Okay.
My For about 3 or 4 years prior, though, I actually played guitar.
Oh,
I
all
didn't
right. That's what's up.
I didn't really bother learning many other people's songs. I preferred to just make my own stuff. So I just kind of picked up my guitar. I took a scale. I just kind of went with it. It was pretty fun, but I actually the reason that I gave up on that in a sense was because I wanted full creative control, and I wanted, honestly, bandmates aren't always the most reliable. The more people you have, the more tension possible. And I've had instances in the past where people were unreliable, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna produce, mix, master all my own projects. So if anything goes wrong along the way, I can just blame myself,
Right.
and then I can fix it for the next time. I can improve upon it.
Yeah,
Plus,
definitely.
also, I just love the creative control.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's all about, being creative. So, if you ever made it, what would be the first thing you were to buy?
There's no if, when.
Yeah, when you make it. It's what I like to hear. There is no if, it's when. Right.
Man, that's a difficult question because, like, honestly, I really enjoy a more minimal lifestyle.
Mhm.
And like honestly, the answer to that would depend on how much. Like if I just got like $10,000, I don't know, I'd probably invest that into plugins for real.
Okay, so if you got $1 million from a
House.
contract, what would you buy? A house?
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
probably buy a house first. Although the thing with that is if you get a million from a contract, usually that's a loan. So I would probably throw at least half of that at advertising before I decided to get like a house or anything. So honestly,
Yeah.
like I'm happy being as long as I'm doing the music stuff, I can be happy in an apartment, a little studio apartment. Like I don't need nothing fancy. I don't need like a $3 million mansion or nothing to make me happy. Happiness is on the inside.
Right. Exactly. So, do you know what your first instrumental was that you ever made and what year you made it? Is that a hard question? I like to
Man,
get deep with it. I ask questions that no other people ask.
see, I can remember one of the older ones, but only in sound. I don't even know what I called it. I've I've made so many ridiculous names for beats along the way, and
Mhm.
then of course SoundCloud has their limit. So I went back. Actually, about a month or so ago, I went back and deleted a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't like because the SoundCloud was trying to sell me on that Pro, and it was like, oh, you only have 30% space left. I was like, oh, word. All right,
Yeah.
let me clear some of that older stuff up,
Yeah. Do you
and
know?
I ended up clearing so much. I have like 50, 60% now.
Oh, okay. Do you know what type of instrumental it was?
Man, I wanted to make it trappy, but honestly, it came out more as like a lo-fi type thing. And like this is before I even knew what lo-fi was. Like at first I heard it and I was like, man, this is so low quality, no one's gonna like this. Now I'm kicking myself in the face for it because like someone would have probably actually liked it.
Mhm.
Because like if I tagged it as a trap beat, it would be terrible. But if I tagged it as like a lo-fi beat, I think that would I think that would be more appropriate. I think
Okay.
more people would be on it with that.
Okay. That's what's up right there. All right, so I want to ask about Pandemic. What made you make the song Pandemic? And I already
I
know the
hadn't
answer kind of to it.
I hadn't really I hadn't really made a song in a while,
Mhm.
and I saw everyone making pandemic videos, pandemic songs, and I was like, I may as well throw my 2 cents in. I may as well be another dime a dozen with this.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
And
definitely a lot of them.
while it may not get the traction that will spiral me into fame or anything, it's a pretty good song in my opinion. Like I really liked the engineering on it. It was really clean and I really liked my flow and everything. Like it was actually a really fun song to write. Like that's probably the first song in a long time that I've wrote and had a lot of fun writing it.
Okay, so how long did it take you to write it?
To write the lyrics themselves,
Yeah.
I did it over the course of a couple days, kind of going back and forth like, oh, this may not be the best line. Let me switch this out for something better. Or this is only I half-assed this line. Let me make it better.
Mhm.
But consolidating all the time, I'd say it probably took 2 to 3 hours to write it.
Okay.
Another 30 to 60 minutes to record it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, it definitely takes time to get the perfect perfection in the song. And what I want to do right now is I want to listen to the your actually latest instrumental you have on here and then go up from there if you don't mind us starting from one of your old instrumentals that you have on your SoundCloud.
If you want to, you can. I just don't know how far back because I know
Okay.
I deleted a lot of stuff from like
Unless you want to pick one on here and just let me know and we can play that one. I mean, it's up
mm,
to you. What do you want to do?
you can pick one.
Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit and let's see. I'll do what's this one called? It's called Finesse.
Finesse.
Finesse, finesse. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was a Danny Towers type beat.
Okay, we're gonna listen to this one and then you can talk about it and stuff like that after.
All right.
All right, let's get into it. definitely got some bass to it.
Yeah, I try to focus a little more on the bass in some of my beats because it's really tricky to get that perfect balance.
Yeah.
So I try to give the bass a little extra attention just to make sure it's not too loud but not too soft.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's talk about that beat right there, that instrumental. Um, so when did you make it, and what made you want to make that beat?
As far as when, I think that was about 3 months ago, 4 months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that's what it says. 3 months ago.
Yeah, sounds about right. As far as why, one of my homies was like, "Hey, I want a Danny Towers type beat," and
Hmm.
I just whipped that up, and I was like, "Hey, I like this. I'm gonna upload this."
Okay, that's definitely good. Um, Now, I do want to talk about it a little bit. I do think maybe it could use a little more sound in it, but it might be that just type of beat. Maybe a little more instrumentals in it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. I definitely lately have been trying to add more percussion
Mhm.
because I a lot of it like it probably sounds really bare. I
Yeah.
could have spiced it up with percussion.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So my thing is, I think it's missing like maybe some piano in it or something like that to, bring it out a little more or whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
definitely
got
true.
some bass. I definitely like it. I'm feeling it. And would you like to shout out to anybody out there? Any movements that you're a part of or anything like that? Some people you want to shout out to?
I got my homie Barlow and my other homie Boy Proxy.
Okay.
Boy Proxy is a producer and rapper, and Barlow is he's a rapper.
All right, that's what's up. Maybe we could get them to become a part of worldwide collaboration too, as well, and get them some interviews. Just talk to them,
Maybe
see what they say or whatever. And I would like to go into your last beat right here. What's this one called? This one's called Pierce's
Perky's.
Perkies.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually just uploaded another beat. It was a Kevin Gates type beat.
Oh, two
It's not
days
in the
ago.
yeah, it's not in that catalog because I sold it as an exclusive.
Oh,
So
okay.
that that catalog strictly for like leases.
This one says bags, Kevin Gates type beat, and it says sold.
Yeah,
So are we allowed to play it?
yeah.
Okay. One right here, and then you can talk about this one. Okay, it's buffering. Uh, okay, it's buffering. Uh, there we go. Do you do your own pictures too? Your own designs, like the images and that one we just listened to. Why you made it? Did somebody add
So
type of beat?
my homie Matt Mansauer, actually, um, and I was like, all right, I got you.
Oh, okay.
The Kevin Gates song is actually called Bags. So I went with a similar tempo.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good. You did a good job on it. Yeah. And we got
I can't really remember which one that was.
oh, this has got like an ambient sound. And it's like wow, wow, and then the bass just starts going, kicking hard. I like the sound of this one though. Like I'm already 10 seconds into it, and I fucking love this beat.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds
I
me of
just,
a beat that I made on an online website before.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Crowd Control. Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling this one.
Yeah, I've been trying to get more into ambient styles lately.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this is my favorite one so far. Definitely.
There's one in there. Can't remember which one, but I had a beat on there that was really cool. Had a really cool melody on it.
Oh yeah, I definitely love that beat. Um, hold on,
We're
let's
grabbing
see.
cogs.
Alright, go ahead and talk about that one. What inspired you to make that one crowd control with all the different sound in it and the ambience? Like that was definitely my favorite beat. Out of all the ones I've heard so far.
I
That was
really don't
definitely
remember
great.
making that one.
Oh, you don't remember making it? It was about 1 month ago. It's Trap, it says.
Yeah, I
Um,
just don't remember.
let me send you this link to it. So that way you can know what one that I'm actually talking about. Are we still live? What the hell happened?
Do what?
I'm one of them. I mean, I'm still on multiple platforms, but I think I'm not live on all the Facebook fan pages anymore. I think it cut off. Thanks, appreciate it. I want to send you this link right. Remember making it if you started listening to it or whatever for a second and see if you can remember. All right, there it goes. I fixed it.
Oh yeah, this one actually started out as it started out just kind of as a test because I can't remember which one, but I downloaded a couple plugins. Got a
Oh,
couple new
okay.
plugins,
That one
and
definitely. I love that one right there. Yeah, so you started out as a test?
yeah, I just started out as a test for me to like figure out what these plugins did, but I ended up actually really liking. I ended up really liking it.
Yeah, I really like that one too. What's the
Ooh, there's
other
this one
one?
called Escape on there.
Escape, and that's another good one you said you like.
Yeah,
Okay, let me see if I can find it. Escape, and it's Little Uzi Vert type beat.
yeah.
All right, let's get into this one right here. I want to hear it.
You said that the live cut off.
I fixed it. I just had to refresh the
Gotcha.
page.
Oh,
Oh, this
gotcha.
reminds me
Okay.
of like a video game.
A lot of my music has been compared to video game music, especially my earlier stuff. My earlier stuff definitely sounded 8-bit. Like, if a game designer had come to me in my early stages, I could have been like, hey, I'll just score your entire game.
Yeah, this reminds me of like a cross platform game where you're like running and jumping over stuff and something like that.
Like Pitfall.
What is it called?
Like Pitfall.
Oh, I'm not sure if I heard of it.
That's an old ass game. Another beat on here that I really like is a turned at the Subway type beat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think this one would be cool to have a video game video to it. If you could pay somebody to make the video and have like an action figure running through, jumping over stuff and stuff like that to the beat. And I think
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool. Or you could even use this to a video game for a video game.
That's true.
Yeah, I like this one. I still like the other one better. I think there was just a lot more going with the other one for some reason. Um, my
I
top
probably
favorite,
did more automation.
my
Canon.
top favorite is definitely that crowd control.
Pete the Soldier Boy type one, because that one just like switches mood entirely.
Okay, you could talk about this one. What inspired you to make the escape one?
Um, Honestly, I bought an MIDI pack and I just kind of I was going through different MIDIs on there, and whenever I find one that I like, what I'll do is I'll try to figure out what key it's in by looking at the root note and then all the other notes, and then I'll switch it around.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. I like that one. That was definitely a good one too. Now I want to ask you, what software do you use to make your instrumentals with?
FL Studio 20.
FL Studios. Okay. Yeah, I used that a long time ago. I checked it out and I was trying to make beats on it and stuff before. I wasn't really the best, but I didn't really practice much. I mean, the practice makes perfect. That's what I was always told. Um, but I just don't really have the time to sit there and make beats and stuff. So what was the other one that you wanted
The
me
it
to?
should be right above it.
OG Smoke, Lucid
Uh,
Slumber.
turn that. It's under those.